with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bearcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So Kennesaw State's offense will get first crack at it here. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays.
There he goes!
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Sam Houston Bearcats offense will take the field for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Shoots it to the left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Working that left side now. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to San Marcos. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Extra grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the option. Picks up the first down. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Makes the catch. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time.
And that is interception. On the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Okay, ready? The RPO, it's complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. He'll do it himself. Creates a little room. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Here comes the option. Now the toss. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Makes the grab, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
He'll toss it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
And the Bearcats in the hurry up.
Well, I love the variety of the run game.
I don't know, bro. They just got these. I was surprised it was on here, honestly.
But he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. It's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sam Houston. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's got an open man. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets rid of it. Got a man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. On the run, it's Rooks. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Catch in stride inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's got the back in the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Got his man in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand. can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's inside the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too.
Touchdown, Bearcats! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. The give from the gun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's loose. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. The option look. Quick toss. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in this situation.
Makes the grab past the marker. Found enough room. Enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Finds his man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And here they come, almost all the way back. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kennesaw State right back to work.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him.
which means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going astray.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to